Day one of trailer loading a happy horse. A happy horse is a confident, extroverted horse. This horse has a problem with going in, that he goes in a little bit too fast and then he goes just as fast out again. So they have a problem with closing the bar behind him, as of I could understand from the transporter that got him here. He went straight in almost, but they had a problem with closing the bar because he was stressed. In this situation, I just want him to calm down on the outside first. He is not allowed to go in. I am preventing him to go in. Soon I will also prevent him to eat because I see that it's a little stress related. But I have never trained this horse in trail loading before. So some horses are okay with eating, some are not. So in this situation, I'm just taking him back on the trailer, 2 feet here. And no further back. I am in no rush to get him back there, but he has to have 2 feet on the trailer. So the reason why I'm stepping around, talking, hitting the trailer and whatever is because I want to desensitize. I want to make a lot of noise, but I don't want him to be scared of it, and I don't want to focus too much on the horse because I don't want him to think that there is anything to be afraid of. I'm not supposed to look at him, how do you react now? It's just natural. So then I also use the stick and desensitize with that, and he's backing off and I'm pulling him back on. And I ask him to go back on. And now he's going on the outside of the trailer. And I just lead him back on. So correcting the shoulder, leading him back on. And then I continue desensitizing. And that is why it's so important that when he is not comfortable out there, why would he be comfortable in there? If I ask him to go in now, even if he's offering, it would be a very stupid thing to do. Because he's not ready. If he is not comfortable out here, why would he be comfortable in there? Now I'm starting to talk about the adrenaline ladder because he is now in a quite reactive state. He is not on the top. You have flight mode. That is where they're just run away. That is the most adrenaline you can have when they're running away. Then you have reactive. That is where he mainly is. That he's like, oh, can I go out now? Can I go out now? Can I go in? And he is trying a lot of different stuff, but he's not thinking through it, and he's trying to escape. But he's not escaping like really bad, so he's going between accepting and reactive. In accepting state, then he's like he is right now, that he's just standing there. His ears are moving back and forth, but his neck is not moving. His head is moving a little bit, but his neck isn't moving. He's quite stiff. So if I were to push him there when I'm doing this noise, then he would probably try to go back out again, or he would take a step forward and then go back out again. So it's important here that I get him down to the curious phase. When he is in the curious phase, then he is on the second lowest energy level. That is where adrenaline level. That is where you want them when you're training. You don't want, because the lowest one is the safe one, where he's sleeping. And you don't want the sleeping horse when you're training. You want the curious horse that is like, okay, we're doing this, maybe we could do this, and then I can say no, and he's fine with that, and then everything is good. So I'm just continuing desensitizing. I'm watching him a little bit just to make sure that I need to see how he is, how his expression is. But other than that, I'm talking to the girls, I'm looking around. He is allowed to smell the door, but he is not allowed to eat, because when he's eating, he's stress eating. And then just reward a little bit. And again, he's not allowed to eat. And he's starting to go into curious, where that is what he did when he was smelling. the door, and that he were like moving his neck around, and he has stopped going backwards. He's standing still. And it's so important that I just let him stay in this phase for a little longer time. He is supposed to stay in this phase between 2 and 5 minutes, depending on the horse, before I ask him to take one step forward. So the first time, I am using a lot of time to get him in there. I am preventing him from going inside because I don't want a trick in here. I want him to be actual safe. And then I do a little bit drumming, hitting the roof, making a lot of noise, not watching the pony. And he went into accepting state, and then he soon releases and goes into curious again. And there he went into curious again, smelling the door, looking a little bit for food, and that means that he is not that stressed anymore. And he is looking at me, and he's really good. It's really, really good what he's doing right now. And now I'm just directing the camera a different place so you can see inside the trailer. So here, the inside of the trailer. And I will be on the right side, and he will be on the left side. And the reason why I go in the trailer and not stand on the outside is that I want to show him that this trailer is safe. And if I were to stand on the outside of the trailer, why would he trust me to go in there when I don't want to go in there myself? So, to begin with, I am going in the trailer with them. So I am just kicking around, just looking at his reaction a little bit, and then I take my attention away from him again. Desensitizing. And I'm just quiet because I'm just continuing desensitizing for a longer time. And then he were offering to take a step on his own, and that is completely fine as long as he's not rushing in, because now he's just asking, am I allowed to go in here? And I say, yeah, of course you can come in. He's scraping on him. Yeah, and then we're watching a horse that is eating someone else or something. Yeah, it was a youngster that was climbing on his friend while he was sleeping. So he were like eating his friend and trying to lay on top of his friend when he were eating. That was what we were talking about and watching, that you couldn't see. But then also Otto has gotten some time to just calm down. He has one leg resting on the door, and that is a very good thing because he's quite relaxed now. He has gotten time to just settle in this situation. And then he's not trying to go in anymore. He's just like, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to sleep today. This is sleeping training. Good. That is what you want your horse to do when you're on your way to a competition or to a clinic or whatever. That they're just thinking that, a trailer is a place to relax, not a place to stress. And then he took his leg off, and I will soon ask him to take a leg on, because he had one leg resting and he were calm in that situation. But I'm not stressing it since he offered it on his own, but he will still get another leg on. And then he is looking at something else, and then I'm just requiring that he has his head inside the trailer and not outside of the trailer, so he is not making his adrenaline go up again on his own.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
I'm asking him to take another step, and he goes on with both hind legs. Perfect. And now he's trying to eat again, and he's not allowed to do that. And then he's thinking, oh shit, I have to go out again. But then I just ask him to come back calmly, and then he is coming in calmly. And normally, if I have a horse that is in general not willing to go into the trailer, most of the time I would allow them to go all the way in when they wanted to. But because of his problem of just rushing in there and not trying to cope with the situation, I am not allowing him to go completely in, even in this moment. And later you will see that I did one stupid thing in this first trailer session, and that is that I forgot to take out a hay net. So when he is going in there, he will be quite stressed because he's starting to stress eat. So later on in the trailer loading session, I will not let him go all the way in again, so he cannot reach the hay net. And again, I just use a lot of time. And I cannot stress this enough, that the first time you do trailer loading, use a lot of time, especially if you have a scared horse. If you have a horse that is not scared, that is just unwilling, then it is a different approach. Then you can do this a little quicker and not for so long. But when you have a horse that is originally scared to be in there and to be locked in there, and here I'm just touching him with the stick and ask him to take a step forward because I'm putting pressure in the halter, and he is not willing to do so. And the thing here was that 2 girls left, so he wanted to go with them, or he wanted to control the situation outside of the trailer. So I'm just calmly asking him to come back inside. So I'm trying to reach him from the inside of the trailer because I don't want to release too much. And then I'm just continuing working, making him come towards me, but I'm not stressing the situation anymore. I'm just calmly like, hey, can you come back here, and then release. When he took a step forward, I didn't pull anymore. I gave a tiny release, and here I will ask him to take another step forward again, I think. No, because what happened was that he weren't ready to be so far in, and then the girls left and he wanted to go with them. So then I didn't ask him to go all the way in again. I went back to his comfort zone. He was comfortable where he is right now, with the shoulders a little bit on the outside of the trailer, but all legs on the trailer. And then I will ask him soon to go in again. But I'm not stressing the first time. And I was saying that again and again and again, that I will not stress the situation with making him go too fast forward. And I am showing trailer loading with all 4 personalities. And it will be very interesting for me to see also how I am handling the different situations from the outside. Because when I see this right now, for me it gets like a little bit a teaching situation. So I'm also teaching myself, but right now I'm quite satisfied with what I see, and this is not really the first time I'm doing a trailer loading, but it's the first time with him. And all horses are different, and there is no journal that says that this is how we do it. I'm just trying with the different approaches that I know. And I chose one approach with him now because I know that he is scared. This approach is very good when you have a horse that is scared. And it's so important that I am inside the trailer with him so he can relax and just relax with me. And I have been thinking about just quitting, not quitting, but cutting a little bit of this. But I think it's so important to show how much time we use on this, actually, to show that we're not stressing the first time. It's so important to not stress the first time you're trail loading a scared horse. You have to do this. And this is not the worst scared horse I've trailer loaded. I have had horses that is like jumping around the door and just trying to escape, and I just use the same approach. It just takes a little longer time. But then when you come to the second time, then you have already a calmer horse. You will not have that jumping. Maybe you'll have it for like 5 minutes, but most likely not at all. Because they don't have anything bad around the trailer anymore. They feel like it's a safe place to be, where I am really calm. And when I work with really stressed horses, not like him, but really stressed horses, I am going really into my own zone, where I'm just finding some inner peace and just get really calm. And I get so exhausted after, because I have to be so over calm to deal with those situations, because I don't want to chase any horses in there. I don't want to force any horses in there. I just want to make them safe. But I'm not rushing to get him for where he was. I want him to be here, but I am not. So now he's where he tried to escape before, and I am desensitizing again, talking, not focusing too much on him. And it's really good. He is a little tense, and now he has discovered the hay net. So he is a little bit, can I go all the way in there? And I say, no, you cannot. And in this video, there are 3 girls watching, working students, that I am teaching at the same time as I am trail loading. And the reason why I am doing a voiceover on this thing is that I don't have a microphone, so it's not very easy to hear what I'm actually saying so far away. So I have to do. If there will become more of these videos, I may have to get some more gear. But we'll see. If you like it, I will make more. If you don't, I will not make so many. And it's just, like I said, I have considered cutting parts of this or fast forwarded or something. But again, I think it is very important to show how much time it actually takes. Because if you have a horse that is scared of a trailer, it's not a quick fix. If you have a horse that don't want to go in there because they think it's boring, then there is something else. That is more a quick fix. That is a one session thing, and it goes quite fast. I will show that with another horse that it doesn't have anything bad hold towards the trailer because he has never been on a trailer before, and he's also a confident horse, but he's a confident introverted horse. So when he came to me, he came on a horse car, and when he came with another horse. So he has never been in the trailer alone, and he has never been in an actual horse trailer, and it's a little bit different feeling. But you will see that he is really cool with it. And desensitizing in the roof. And he is just standing there. He's sleeping. He is not even rushing towards his food. And that is so, 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 so good. And then I will very soon, I think, let him go all the way inside. And that was a little bit a problem before, or that I talked about before, that he is then starting to stress eat. So I'm asking him to now go further in. And there was the hay net and the mistake. So what you will see now is that he will start stressing himself up because he is not dealing with the situation when he has his hay. And the reason why the hay net is there is because of the last time we were out driving with the trailer with our own horses. And I just opened the trailer before this session with the horse in my hand, and I just sent them in or started to work. I didn't even think about that the hay net was already in there. So that was stupid. And I feel it's very unfair when he has to arrest his nose on the hay net and then prevent him to eat. So what I eventually do when I see that he is just stressing himself up and then try to back out is that I will not let him go all the way in again. But I'm doing this for a little while because I am observing the situation, what is happening, and what you will see is that he tries to back out more and more and more and more and more because he is not calming down like here. And then I ask him to go forward again because he's not allowed to go backwards until I say so. But you see now he has a very different approach due to the hay. And now he's even going further out than he did before. So this is just because of eating. He is not confronting his fears right now. He's not dealing with it. He is just eating it away. And it doesn't work. And I am just scratching his back because I want him to get a little used to that I'm moving further back too, because like I said, he has a problem with closing the bar behind him. So on the first trailer session with him, since I have so much time, I am doing a little shorter sessions and then working with the bar the second day and the third day. And the fourth day, I am closing him in, and he is eating there again. So the second day and the third day, I am not giving any food in there. He is just calming down, and I can then close the bar and whatever. And I'm just desensitizing and desensitizing and desensitizing. And the first day is definitely the most boring to watch. Because it's very long lasting, but it's very, 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 very necessary. I'm just rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. And I'm scratching his butt, and you see that he is not very comfortable with this. So, but he is also a little bit, because he's eating, he has now went back to a little bit of a reactive mode, and that is why he's going out all the time. He's like looking, where is my escape route? What are you doing? Oh, I should have a bite of hay. And then he is trying to go out. And he is not, and then he's also stress pooping. So and I have now the rope in front of the wall there, just because when I then pull the rope a little bit, it's pulling forward without me actually having to go forward. But you see, he's not comfortable here at all right now. And I'm just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and releasing. And then again, pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling. And then asking him to go forward. And I will not let him eat so much more. It's just that I don't want him to go out on his own. And there we go, he's in again. So you can see my mistake here with the food. And I think that is also important to show that everyone does mistakes, and I also want to show what food actually does to him. So there we just changed the clip. It's still the same situation, it's just that my camera just fills for 20 minutes at once. So we just pause it and then start again. So I am correcting, asking to go forward, and he goes forward. And here you see that I am not letting him eat anymore. Now I'm by his head because now he cannot be so stressed. I am not allowing him to be so stressed in here anymore. So I'm now changing my mistake. I'm talking a little less and I'm just focusing a little bit more on him because I fucked up.
That is very interesting to see that when he was eating, he's stressing himself.
And there I can desensitize again. So see how much quicker it went just because I didn't let him eat. So hey net people, not a good idea with scared horses. Treats, not a good idea with scared horses.
But he can stay there and be calm there, and now I will just stay.
So now he's approaching my face and he's approaching it calmly, and I'm not correcting him for it. But when he is approaching my face fast and careless, then I will correct him. And now you look at his ears, how he is moving his ears, that he is moving them a lot slower around. He's just listening. He's not now he's more in curious mode again. He is calmer. If we were seeing his face now, we would see that he's blinking slowly. He is moving his ears slowly and is starting to calm down. Sorry for my swallowing sounds in here. It's just that I'm drinking a little coffee. It's very necessary sometimes. And if I don't remember it wrong, I will soon ask him to go outside, and then I will ask him to go in again. I'm just scratching. And there. We're going outside. I just put a little pressure in the halter, but not much. He's a very sensitive guy. And then he's trying to just go away, and then when he's pulling the halter, I am just holding until he's releasing, and then, yeah, good boy, you came back to me. It's not like when we're going out of the trailer that we're just completely done. And then we go in again and see how calmly he goes in again. No pressure, no nothing. He's just so good. And then I just desensitize a little bit more, because it's important to just continue doing the same, even if he looks a lot calmer, because the more you do it, the safer they will be. And it's very important that he just gets as safe as he can be in this situation, because the owner wants to travel a little bit to clinics, and she wants to have a careless ride when she's driving him.
But do you see, look in his eyes now that he's a lot calmer?
Yeah.
He's more okay with the situation. You're not. You're not. Huh? Shit. So straight. He's just like, I thought.
I'm just scratching, and he's not eating, and he's quite far in, and he's still not eating. And the hyena is still there, and now he is so calm, he's so relaxed, he has just accepted the situation. He can almost relax in it, and that is exactly what I want for the first trailer loading session. So even if he is scared of the trailer, it's not like deadly scared, he is just a little scared. And then I'm just asking him to go in again, because something happened on the outside. He wanted to check it out, and I said no.
Before, because he was so like, oh, stress eating.
He just hit his head a little bit in the front there. So, but it was fine. It was nothing. It was just that he were smelling the ground, and then he looked up, and there was something. It was a bowl. He's calm, he's relaxed, and he is good. And now he's almost going into safe mode. So then I can let him out. And then I just threw the rope in the ground, because he was so good.